Parthenon is probably the most important and impressive building of the ancient Greek Acropolis complex, since it is considered the most perfect example of the Doric order. It was dedicated to the goddess Athena, or Parthenon, meaning virgin. It replaced the older temple of Athena called the Old Parthenon that was destroyed in the Persian invasion of 480 BC. The Parthenon was built between 447 BC and 432 BC and was designed by the architects Idymos and Callicrates. The Parthenon's Doric order design used 8 columns for the facade and 17 at the flanks, establishing a ratio of 9 to 4 that then would govern other ratios throughout the temple, like spacing between the columns and their height. The exterior corner columns were made bigger and spaced closer than the rest to ensure visual uniformity of all the columns. Unlike the other columns, these would be seen against a bright light blue sky that would make them seem thinner and spaced out further, thus their proportions and spacing needed adjustment. The main function of the Parthenon was to shelter the monumental statue of Athena that was made by Phidias out of gold and ivory. It would occupy the larger of the 2 rooms called the naos, or cella. The smaller room called the opistomos was used as a treasury. The front and back porches of the Parthenon are smaller than usual to accommodate a larger interior needed for the statue of Athena. All temples in Greece were made to be seen only from the outside, where the viewer could only get a glimpse of the statue inside through the columns. The placement of the Parthenon in relation to the viewers and their sequence of movement toward the temple were carefully planned to allow for dramatic revelation on the statue of Athena. Given this intent, the designers of the Parthenon made sure that a smooth transition was allowed with the different layered aesthetic elements. A visitor to the Acropolis would first see the Parthenon's impressiveness in 3-quarter view, where they would see the west pediment and the north colonnade as the visitors moved closer. Many of the details of the exterior sculpture elements would begin to read clearer. The visitor would then have to continue east towards the east facade, while most certainly being awed by the scenes depicted on the Parthenon's frieze. Once the turn at the corner was made, the visitor would then see through the columns the statue of Athena, glistening slightly in the dim-lit cella, reflecting of the pool on the floor in front of it. A backdrop of more Doric columns, smaller in size than the exterior ones, would also frame the statue of Athena and make the space seem larger than it really was. Although the Parthenon's post-mental construction didn't represent any engineering breakthroughs, its legacy lies in its classical architectural perfection and style that has influenced architecture and architects throughout the world from the time it was built down to our present time.